hi Biplav. I think we are ready. Are we ready for the first round of the data engineering interview?
Yes, we are.
Okay. So will you please give me a little intro about yourself, your work experience, and all the technology that you have worked on? And I will be mostly trying to hear all the technology that you have worked in the data engineering domain. So can you just give the brief intro about yourself, and then we will proceed with the interview?
I'm Biplav. I have been working in the data field for around 2 years now. So my work generally involves writing Spark code, like transformations, like writing transformations for the data ingested onto the platform that we use. So we basically use Palantir Foundry. Therein we are basically we transform the ingested data and put it into a data warehouse for further analysis.
Okay, cool. This seems interesting. So, as this is the first round of the data engineering data engineering role, so here we will be mostly going with the SQL questions first. And if you are able to solve the SQL questions, so we will be trying to solve some of the competitive programming problem, normal data structure and algorithm. That will be very basic. And we will, if the time permits, we will try to ask some of the basic questions of distributed system or big data. Okay. So
Sure.
you got the procedure right, and are we ready to start this?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Just we will be coding it, trying to write the code. So can you just share your screens and so open any editor, let it be Sublime, Visual Studio, Notepad, any editor will do. Are you able to share your screen? Yeah, cool. Just open any editor. Yeah, cool. Perfect.
Can we do this again?
Can you open any text editor? Any text editor. Just open any text editor. Cool. Okay, we will start with the normal SQL questions. So I have prepared some questions for you. I'm just sending in the chat and we will try to read it loud. So whatever you are thinking, just try to read very loud or try to explain very loud. If something is coming into your mind, you should explain it. I'm not looking for the exact solutions, or I'm looking through your approach. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me just forward one questions to you. Can you just copy it?
Yeah.
Oh, I think there's some formatting issue. Okay, not a problem. I will explain you the questions. Okay. Okay. So let me explain the questions to you. Oh, not a problem. You can just format it a little bit. Otherwise, I can explain the question to you. Okay. Let me just share my screen and explain the questions to you. Well, that will be much better. There is some problem of. Will you please stop sharing? Okay, so this is our questions. Here we are having one table. The table name is actor and director. Okay, here we are having 3 columns in that particular table. This particular table has 3 columns. One is the actor ID, second one is the director ID, and there is the timestamps columns. It's a typical movie data. Okay, and we wanted to write a query that will provide that if the particular actor and director has cooperated, means we have worked together at least 3 times. You're getting? Have you got the question? Let me just give you an example. If you look through this example, we are having actor ID, director ID, and the timestamps, right? So you can see that the actor ID 1 and director ID 1 has actually worked together for the 3 times. One at timestamp 0, another at timestamp 1, and at timestamp 2. All other the actor ID has worked with director ID 2, but only for 2 times. And the actor ID 2 has worked with the director ID 1, but that is also for only for 2 times. So our result will be actor ID 1 and director ID 1. Cool. Have you got the questions, or should I repeat it again?
Yeah, I would like if you could repeat that.
Shall I repeat it again?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm saying we are having one table. The name is actor director. It has 3 columns. So it's a typical movie data. So here I am having 3 columns: actor ID, director ID, and timestamps. Okay, let's suppose one is the Ranbir Kapoor or something like that. So Ranbir Kapoor has worked with Anurag Basu for 1 time. Anurag Basu is the director name. Again, Ranbir Kapoor has worked for the Anurag Basu for the 2nd time. Like for the 1st time, he worked for the film 𝗲𝗶. For the 2nd time, he worked with the Jagga Jasoos. And for 3rd time, let's suppose the 𝗲𝗏 movie, he again worked for the Anurag Basu. So Anurag Basu director ID is the ID of that Anurag Basu is 1, and 1 is the Ranbir Kapoor ID. So Ranbir Kapoor has worked with Anurag Basu, right? So we have this particular actor and director pair who have actually worked more than 3 times, right, or equal to 3 times. But Anurag Basu has also worked with several other directors, like let's suppose Yes Raj production or Dharma Productions. So he has worked with the Karan Johar, but only for 2 times. That's it, not more than that. So he will not be coming into our this actor director pair will not come into our end result, right?
Okay.
Okay, you got the questions, right?
Yeah. I got it.
I'm just stopping my screen. You can share your screen, and then we can just look through your approach.
So what I understand is that there is this table which has one
Actor ID.
Actor ID. It has one director ID. Director ID. And the timestamp. Okay. So I need to find like pairs of actor directors who have worked for more than 3 times.
Yes.
So what we can do is that first of all we could actually group the pairs of the name of the table.
Table name is actor and director.
Director, right? So we can group the we can group by those the the pairs, the unique pairs.
Mhm.
So we can group by uh, director ID and actor ID.
Okay.
Uh, what we so what we want in this thing. So we want the aggregated uh,
We
value.
want the actor ID and director ID. That's it. So in the end result, we only need actor ID and director ID.
Yeah. So if any, we can take the count and like we can have an so where count greater than 3. Yeah. So
Yeah. Okay. This looks fine to me. Okay. In the end result, we don't need the count. So just wanted to check that you can apply, you understand the concept of grouping or not. Okay.
yeah, like we can also do this thing. So we can use a subquery. Uh, we could do this thing.
Why you are applying subquery? Just wanted to understand.
So I'm applying subquery like because we need only two of the columns from the but we need the third column. Right?
Sorry, I lost the.
Sorry.
Sorry, I lost my connections. Yeah. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying this is just so that this count does not come up in my final result.
Okay, but we don't need the count in having. If you can, if you are writing count, why to have the count in the select statement? Do we need? Do we really need that?
No, like we can also emit it that way. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think let me again share my screen and explain questions to you. Okay. I think that when I'm sending question to you, it is not making. It's not getting properly formatted. Just 1 minute. Okay. Let's suppose we are having one worker table. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Let's suppose we are having one worker table and it has two columns, ID and weight.
Yeah.
Okay. ID is the primary key and it is auto incremented, means it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8. We wanted to know that, let me just explain in very easy terms. Write a SQL query to find all numbers, or it's actually weight, all weight that appears at least 3 times consecutively. Let's suppose we wanted to know that if we are having data of the labor or workers, and we wanted to check that if the worker ID is consecutive, do they have same weight? Like you can see in the example, I'm having worker ID and then it's not num, it's weight. Okay, just understand it is weight. Okay, so you can see that worker ID 1 has 73 kg, 2 has 73 kg, and 3 has 73 kg. Okay, but if you find the other thing, then it is not same. So we wanted to find that if the weight is coming 3 times consecutively or more than 3 times, or then we wanted to find all those weight. Do you get it? So output will be 73.
Yes.
Yeah. So you get these questions, right?
Yes.
Can you share your screen and just let me know your approach?
Sure. So in this question, we have the ID of the worker, and we have their weight.
I think some mobile is ringing. Can you just switch it off or just put it in silent? Oh, not a problem. Just be relaxed.
So there are IDs and weights. So I need to find any weight that has occurred at least 3 times consecutively. That's what the question is asking. Right? Hello. Am I audible?
Sorry, I was in mute. I'm saying that you can just put that 1, 2, 3, 73, 73, 73, just for your visualization while you write your code.
Yeah. So 1,
2.
8. Sorry.
No, it's auto incremented.
So it's like
weight of the 1 is 73.
73.
Or yeah, 73. 2 is 73.
73.
And 3 is 73.
73.
4 is 65. 5 is 65. 6 is 60. 60. So we have only one weight, which is coming more than 3 times or equal to 3 times consecutively, right? So we have to find those weight. How you will do that?
Okay. So what we can exactly do is so we can basically first of all, one method that comes to my mind is by using lead functions. So so I can just uh, so I think there is this thing. Like, this is how it is configured.
So can you explain me instead of writing code? Can you just explain me?
So what I'm trying to do here is that I'm like appending three more columns,
Okay.
which like the first column will be the weight, and the second column will be the immediate next weight.
Okay.
Third column will be which is represented by next one, and the
Okay.
other will be represented by next two.
Okay.
So, uh, like this, we will create like three columns. So here, like what I intend to get here is like two columns. Next one. So this will.
Just 1 minute. My maid has come. You can just give me 1 minute.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Yes.
So my cook has come. So I was just asking what she can make. Okay. Yeah. So you were explaining that you are trying to create new columns. Or the lead will be 1 and the next lead will be 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for this, it will be 73, and next two will also be 73. For this, it will be uh, 73, and this will be 65. For this,
Okay.
it will be like 65, uh, 65.
Okay.
For this will be 65 and 60. This it will be uh, 60 and null. For this also it will be null and null. So what we need to find is that where the weight, this weight for which the next one and next two are similar. Corresponding values in next one
Okay.
and next two are similar.
Okay.
So, uh, so first of all, we will do this from say the think space. So we can do this. So we can create a CP out of it
Okay.
with weights modified as so. Like we can use this to like to select weight where sorry from weights modified where weight is equal to weights sorry, next one,
Mm-hmm.
next one is equal to next two.
Okay. So I got it. What you are trying to do? Can you just dry run it? Your select statement, the last select statement. Can you just dry run and we will verify is it right or wrong?
So we'll like this is selecting weight.
Mm-hmm.
So it will check whether this one is it will basically filter. So
Mm-hmm.
we can select.
Yeah,
So
means the weight will be checking next one and next two, and if
yeah.
it is matching, then it means that's the result, right?
So if it is like the weight is equal to like for the first ID,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
weight equal to like the next one,
Mm-hmm.
and this next one is equal to the next two.
Mm-hmm.
So it is like this the complete statement is true.
Mm-hmm.
So this row will be selected
Mm-hmm.
for this the weight is equal to next one,
Mm-hmm.
but the next one is not equal to next two.
Mm-hmm. Got it. I got your what we're
Or
trying to do. Cool. But I just wanted to ask, means we could have also used lag here, right?
yes, lag.
Lag
Yes,
and lead, and we
yes,
could have checked. Yeah.
yeah,
Both the approaches are fine. Cool.
yeah.
And can you think from the inner join? Can you just optimize it? Means this looks cool. Yeah, I think this looks cool. No need of going to the inner joins part. Okay. Just wait a minute. I think your SQL concepts are mostly cool. I am convinced with that. We will be trying to solve some data structure, basic data structure. So I hope you are comfortable with the basic data structure questions, right?
Yeah, basics. Yes.
Yeah. Just give me 1 minute. Let me just try to explain the questions to you. Okay.
I'll stop sharing.
Yeah, we have to, because the tools that we are using does not support that good chat system. Okay, just 1 minute. Let me just share my screen. Yeah. So let me put it in very easy terms. What we want to do. Let's suppose we are having one array. Okay.
Yeah.
And let's suppose it is a sorted array. Okay.
Mhm.
And it can contain some duplicate value.
Okay.
Okay. Let's give this example. 1, 1, 2. This is sorted array, right?
Yeah.
And it has one duplicate value, that is 1.
Yeah.
We want to replace all the duplicate value
Okay.
in our end result.
Mhm.
Okay. So sometimes it's not, and we want to do in place. We don't want to create one new array. But if you are not able to do in place, we will try to do using brute force itself. We will try to check your approach and other things. If you want to take extra array, well and fine, but it will be better if you do in place. If you don't use the extra array and just remove the duplicates. So have you got the question?
Yes. So you okay. So you mean to say that like in this array of 1, 1, and 2,
Mm-hmm.
I need to replace any duplicate values
Mm-hmm.
with a underscore.
It's not necessary. If you just give me the length of the array, which does not have the duplicate value, cool. Because why I'm keeping it underscores, because there are certain programming language which does not allow you to reduce your array size, like Java. So if you are trying to code in Python or any other programming language where you can have, I just wanted to have the length till which there is no duplicates as such. That's it. No need of replacing with underscore simply. Your function should return k, means k is equal to 2. So after replacing the removing the duplicates, there will be certain length of the array, right?
Yes.
Like it has reduced to 2, so you should reduce 2. In this case, it has reduced to, I think, 5, so you should reduce just 5. That's it.
Okay. Yes.
So So have you got the question? Shall I stop sharing and can you just solve it? Share your screen and solve it and show me your approach.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Uh, so what we are basically trying to do is there is this array which
So
contains.
I forwarded one sample to you in your chat box. Can you check it?
Yes. Yes. So this is what we want. Like count the number of unique values.
Yeah.
So in actually this so it's like zero one occurs one number of times, one occurs twice, two occurs thrice,
Yeah.
three occurs like sorry like this okay yeah I get it. So one thing we can do should I do it in like both C++ and Python?
Anything, any language is fine. You before solving the code, can you just give me the approach? Just if you want to take some time to think, take that time. Just think about the questions and just give me the pseudo code. No need of writing the whole code itself. If you can give me the pseudo code or your approach, I'm fine with that. And if I need, if I feel like that I should, you should code, then you can proceed with the coding. So just think for the questions, come up with the pseudo code, and we are good to go.
So, like coming to like any implementation, like in Python, basically when we are given a list, so they contain a lot of duplicates, right? So one thing in which we generally do to remove the duplicates is basically we remove the like we convert them into a set.
Mm-hmm.
So what we can basically do is
But set will change your order, right? I don't want to change my order. It's sorted array. I wanted to have sorted, but if you convert into set, then will this preserve your order?
I don't think it should change because the I don't think it should change. Should we like just do it once in ideally?
As far as I know, set does not have that order maintained, so it will change the sorted to some random array. I don't want to do that. I want to maintain the order of the array too, and remove the duplicates that using the in place. In place is the optimized thing. If you want to create your new array, I'm cool with that. Not a problem.
Okay. Uh, okay. One more thing that we can do is we could actually if we all we need is the the number of unique elements, right?
Yeah, that's the returning. Or we need the array which does not contain duplicates, and that array should not be unordered. It should be sorted.
So we can do one thing, like even if the set returns, we can again typecast it to a list and then sort it.
But what will be the complexity then?
Mm, yeah.
Yeah, your brute force approach is good, but will that be an optimized solution? Can you tell me the complexity of that?
So the sorting that they will use, mostly that would be n log n.
Yeah,
So
right. Okay. So you are sorting any normal merge sort or any simple sort,
yeah.
it's n log n. Cool. But can we
Still,
optimize it? Can we do in n?
mm, so one thing what else can we do? We could also do one more thing. Like we can also have another list. What I'm thinking of.
Okay, you had one other list. Okay, then what's the next step? Next step, sorry.
So, for example, we have a list that we can return. So this thing. So what we can do is that we can iterate over nums. So we can iterate over nums.
Mm-hmm.
Then we can check if num is in like the ret list, so return list. So if it is not there, like if it is uh, if it is in the list, then we can just like continue. Else we can just like append the value. So we can, like, at the end we could just return the length of the returnable list. This is the solution where we are not doing it in place. Hello.
I'm sorry, I was talking on mute. So can you just let me know the order of this?
The time complexity.
Yeah.
The time complexity would be n.
Why in line number 36 you are using in, right? So it will use some searching algorithm and it will keep searching for each and every element, right? So I don't think it's that optimized, right? Let's suppose your array is very long. So for this line number 36, it will always use some searching algorithm, some optimized searching algorithm or something like that. And it will always search that number, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So like, for searching, like, one is that we can use this linear search that we already
Okay,
do.
let me help you.
The
Can we let me help you. Let me give you some hint. Can we do something? Can we just implement two pointer solutions or something like that? So it is just what is first? The first thing is it is a sorted array, right?
yes.
If it is sorted array, it means that if any duplicacy will happen, it will always happen to the adjacent part, right?
Mm-hmm.
So can we just have two pointer or one at one position, one at another position, and can we just try to check if it is duplicate or not? I'm just giving one hint to you. Can you think from this perspective, and can you come up with one
Yes.
solution?
Yes. I think even that can be done.
Okay.
Yes.
So can you just explain me what we can do?
So one thing we can do, like we can have two pointers.
Mm-hmm.
So one pointing at, say, the 0th index and the other pointing at, say, the 1th index.
Mm-hmm.
So what we can do is, like, we can mm, yeah. So what we can do is, like, mm, we can check, but there will be a condition. Like there has to be a termination condition, which I'll add later. I'll just first
Yeah. Keep going. Keep thinking, and keep. Just let me know.
uh, so if the value at pointer 1
Mm-hmm.
is equal to pointer, let me pointer 2,
Mm-hmm.
then what we can do is we can increase the to the count. Not sorry, in Python it would be 8.
Yeah, don't worry about the syntax. I'm getting it. Not a problem.
So we can have a count.
Mm-hmm.
Count the variable as 0. So this one will. So if it is equal, first thing is that will increase the count by no.
If you are feeling stuck, I got it. You are able to think it. You are going into right approach, and I'm happy with that. And you also created one brute force approach. Not a problem. Just wanted to see. So we can move to the next questions if you want, or if you want to solve this question, take some time. It's up to you.
Yeah, I think I should try a bit. I try
Okay.
for a few more minutes.
Take your time.
So first thing is that like I can do this. I can compare. So if they are equal, I'll then what I can do is that how do I? I don't.
Shall I help you little more? Okay.
Okay.
Just think like that. So what we really want, think about the end result. In end result, we only need what you call where duplicates are not there.
Yes.
Let's suppose if we maintain
Sorry, just I would like to interrupt. I have I have small idea.
Okay.
I'll just do that.
Okay. Cool. Please go ahead.
So what we can do is that when we encounter this one, so when they are equal, so I'll just increase the pointer value and I will delete the element, or I'll just
See,
replace the.
deleting is actually a costly operation. It's not that good. And while you are writing your for loop in most of the programming, deleting will actually create problem like in Python. So where you are getting stuck? You are writing your if condition when you are trying to match it. Just change this particular condition and write when it does not match, because in your end result you need only those value where the value does not match to the next pointer.
Okay.
Yeah, are you getting it? Means this, if you just change that if condition and just change your thinking to your end result, not to the matching result like distinct values like duplicacy. So just think about distinct, and if you just change this if condition, I think you'll be able to solve it.
Like if it's like the rest remains the same. You mean to say?
But I'm getting your approach. I think we are already have very less time. So, but you were good with the SQL part and you were able to do the data structure, and you do have that understanding. I'm pretty cool with that. I'm happy with that. So we are having very less time now. Shall we proceed to some very basics? This is the first round, and here we will be asking very basic type of distributed or big data questions. So as far as I can see that you have worked in Apache Spark. As we are having very less time, can you just explain me your last project, what you have done, and which all data engineering skills were involved in that, and what was your responsibility like that?
Yes. So my last project, I basically worked. There were a lot of data that were already ingested, like the API endpoints that were like being used to get to fetch those data onto the data lake. Uh, it was being handled by some other person. So what we were basically involved is that like using a Spark code to transform those data, like
So
to
you
standardize.
mentioned about data lake. So when they are loading the data into data lake, was it in some file format, or how the data was loaded?
So data lake, they are mostly unstructured data, like unstructured, semi-structured to be more precise. So like we have to what our goal is to like convert it to a file format, which would be and load it into, like, dump it into a data warehouse,
Okay.
like
So
in formats.
which file format you were using there?
For example, we got a data like a JSON data in JSON format. So we needed to transform them and convert it into a Parquet or a AVRO file format.
Okay, cool.
So that becomes easy. Like
Okay.
it's
Yeah. So I'm just pausing it there. So do you know the difference between the row-based file format like CSV and the column-based file format that you have mentioned, that Parquet or ORC? Why we actually keep the data in the column-based file format when we are trying to deal with any analytical things, or we are trying to do with any data engineering mostly? Why this particular column file format is very much preferred?
Uh, yes. So the basic difference is the our use case. So like for a transactional system, like where it's mostly like not transaction system. Like when our use case is very right dependent. Like all we need to do is like dump data, and we do not exactly care about how to fetch data, like the efficiency in reading the data. So we use basically row based uh, databases. So like the column based ones are basically used like when we need, we have some read heavy cases,
Okay.
for example, some analytics cases. So since they are columnar based, like Parquet is a columnar based data storage model, so that reading becomes much more efficient.
Why that so?
Uh,
What's the reason?
so the reason that is mostly said is that it is basically stored in that way. So like for example, uh, we are like plotting a time series model, right? So like there are two columns that are being involved. So the data being stored in Parquet file, so there will be a column like contiguous memory location where
Okay.
all the timestamps will be stored. So it becomes easy to fetch. Like instead of like going from one, then giving an offset to go to another memory location, it's better that we like it's easier when we go in a contiguous way,
Okay.
contiguous manner. So
Cool.
it comes faster.
So do you know this is this is a good reason that it, as the data is column based, the column data will be at single locations, and it will be easier to fetch when we are trying to fetch some column out of many columns. Good.
Yes.
So do you know about the predicate pushdowns features? Like how predicate pushdowns happens when we are applying filters, how in column file format like ORC or Parquet actually maintain something, how they help us to fetch the data a little faster. Do you have some idea about this?
No.
Okay. And you mentioned about, oh, not a problem. So you mentioned about AVRO, but AVRO is a row-based file format. Why you are using that?
So even they come up with a lot of optimizations. So actually, AVRO, I'm not pretty sure about it, but like I know that it comes up with some optimization for
So,
it.
let me tell you. So, AVRO is a row-based file format. Whenever some schema evaluations is required, so AVRO is very much preferred. So, let's suppose there is too much of dynamic schema and schema is changing. So, AVRO is very much required. There are multiple other benefits of using AVRO too. Okay, Biplav. So, we already are having less time, but I found your SQL very strong, and that you were able to think about the data structure problems. You know about it, and your basic understanding about the Spark and distributed systems, any other things, it's good. So that's the end of my interview. And do you have any specific questions or anything that you wanted to say, or if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Okay, so we are ready to close this interview. Thank you for your time. Goodbye. Bye bye.